Hi, everyone. Welcome to Cozy Corner Chronicles. My name is Julia,
And I'm Liz.
and we are here with, I don't want to say this is a chapter chat, but it is a prelude to our chapter chat for Lunar Love, where we are actually going to be talking to everyone about the Chinese Zodiac signs and like compatibility and stuff like that. So you guys have more background before you dive into our next chapter chat for Lunar Love.
Yes, and there's just so much to talk about because honestly, um, obviously I am Asian, but I'm not, Chinese. So I'm not entirely familiar with all the stories and um, background of what the Chinese zodiacs mean and like how they relate to our lives and just the story of it all. I didn't even know there was a story. So I was very surprised when I read that and I was like, what is she talking about?
Yes. So, for those that do not know, I am Chinese. And I know some people are like astrology girlies, like Gemini, all that stuff. I am a Chinese zodiac girly. Like, I fully believe that when Chinese zodiac tells me I'm going to have a shit year, that I'm absolutely having a fucking shit year. And you know what? Each year that they have told me that, it has been shitty, and my good years have been good. So, I don't know if it's I'm manifesting or what, but I'm full on board with Chinese zodiac. So, let's just jump right into it. So, for everyone who is not Asian or just does not have any idea about Chinese zodiac is based off of 12 different animals rather than like American Western astrology signs being based off of like stars and stuff.
Mhm.
So, the animals and how you get assigned the animals are based off of your birth year. And how they are arranged is if you ever look at a picture of the Chinese zodiacs, they're arranged in a circle. So that will kind of have a play later on when we talk about compatibility. But just to list off the 12 animals, we have the rat, the ox, the tiger, the rabbit, the dragon, the snake, the horse, the goat, the monkey, the rooster, and the dog, and the pig. So just for everybody who watches anime, if you like Fruits Basket, that has to do with Chinese zodiacs. So here we go. For people who like anime, that's what that whole shebang is about. So,
Yes.
Liz, I know you were really surprised about the story, like you just said. And do you want to tell them the story about the Heavenly Gate race?
Yes, sure. So again, I had to look this up myself because I was like, Julia, there's a story about a rat. She's like, yeah, dude, you don't know? I'm like, no. So I'm like, am I still Asian? So, the Heavenly Gate race story. So, long, long ago, there was no Chinese zodiac, and the Jade Emperor wanted to select 12 animals to be his guard. He sent an immortal being into a man's world to spread the message that the earlier one went through the Heavenly Gate, the better the rank one would have. So the next day, the animals set off towards the Heavenly Gate. The rat, I'm a rat, the rat got up very early, and so on his way to the gate, he encountered a river. He had to stop there, and because of there was like a current, a really hard current. So after waiting a long time, the rat noticed the ox was about to cross the river. And so he jumped on to the ox's ear and went to cross the river with the ox. Obviously, the ox didn't mind and just continued to move on. So, after crossing the river, he raced towards the palace of the Jade Emperor. Suddenly, the rat jumped out of the ox's ears and dashed to the feet of the emperor. The rat won first place and the ox was second. So then, tiger and rabbit came third and fourth because both are fast and competitive, but the tiger was faster. The rabbit got across the river by hopping on the stepping stone and floating on the log. The dragon placed fifth and was immediately noticed by the Jade Emperor, who said the dragon's son could be sixth, but the dragon's son didn't come with him that day. Just then, the snake came forward and said that the dragon was his adopted father. So the snake ranked sixth. I thought that was so funny when I was like, wait, how? Dragon,
Long
snake,
distance relatives?
adoption.
I know.
I was
Me
like,
too.
what is going on? um, and I have a side note with the whole dragon thing, but Okay.
Okay.
So the horse and the goat arrived and they were super kind, super modest, and they let each other go first. So it was kind of like a no, you go. No, you go. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And so the Jade Emperor saw how polite they were and ranked them 7 and 8. The monkey had fallen well behind, but he jumped in between some trees and stones and caught up to be ninth. And then the last were the rooster, the dogs, and the pig. So these 12 animals essentially became the guards of the heavenly gate.
Before you say your side fact, I just my favorite part of this story is that they didn't even bother with the rooster, dog, and the pig. They were
I
like,
know.
"Y'all ain't even important enough to get how you cross the river, like,
No
or how
story for
you got
you.
there." Yeah, like fuck them. Now go ahead and say your side about the dragon.
So my mom, like, okay, so growing up, it wasn't that I wasn't aware of Chinese zodiacs. It was always a thing in our household. Like my mom would buy like little rooster statues because my dad is a
Hmm.
rooster, and like she always talks about how me and her don't get along because she's a horse and I'm a rat. And I'm just like, I never really understood what any of that meant, but I did know like I am a rat, right? But funny story, because like the dragon thing, my mom always said like when she felt like she was going to have another kid, she always tried to wait till it was like the year of the dragon, because like
Hmm.
every child born the year of the dragon is going to be some just high and mighty uh president of the United States vibes. And I was just like, but the rat placed first. You should be proud of me.
But that's a fair point, because it is true. Like, even in Chinese culture, that is a big thing. Like, people will wait, people will induce themselves to make sure that their child is born in the right year. But that's funny that you mentioned that, because I know that what I've heard is that a lot of people take this story about the rat and they call the rat a cheater. And that's like a big thing about Chinese Zodiac in this specific story.
Mhm.
So I think it's just funny because I just think it's funny because that's definitely how Olivia views Bennett in this story, because she's
Yeah.
horse and he's rat. So I mean, interesting.
And me personally, I just think that the rat was being creative.
Yeah, I mean, the rat was being smart. Like, you can't blame the dude, right?
Right. He's like, well, I can't get across this, but guess who can? And I'm going to hit your ride. I feel like that is very intuitive.
I think so too. And I'm going to have to agree with you on that. Not everyone's going to agree, but hey, those people are probably just rat haters. I mean, Liz is a rat. I'm an ox. So, hey, I play second, so I'm not complaining.
And I'm riding with my bestie to the end. So guess what?
Exactly. Exactly. At least I wasn't the rooster, the dog, or the pig.
And that's so funny to me too, because um, my cousin she's a pig, and she's just very like nonchalant, like she's just chill, like doesn't really have, not that she doesn't have a care in the world, but she just like, and it doesn't really bother her. It just kind of just goes like,
Yeah.
like just so free,
Like,
and
yeah, just right.
I'm like, that's so her.
Just
No
basically
story
just
for
like one of
you.
those people who are really chill. Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't need a story. She doesn't need one. She's the best
I
as it
know.
is.
So, you know what? It's like more to the imagination at that point. So,
Yes. And so I will say something new that I learned was, obviously I knew that there were elements. I didn't know that each zodiac sign can have an element. So there are 5 of them, and it's called wuxing. Is that how you say it?
yeah, something like that.
So it refers to the 5 elements, which is metal, wood, water, fire, and earth. And it's also named different things like the 5 movements, 5 phrases, 5 steps, 5 states of change, da 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 da, whatever. Basically, the theory of the 5 elements thinks that the world is composed of these 5 elements and that it changes with their generations or controlling relationships. And not only does it affect someone's destiny, but it also makes the universe and its creature cycle constant. In China, the theory is a very important part of traditional Chinese culture, mostly used in philosophy or traditional Chinese medicine. And I didn't know, because you told me that I was a fire rat. Like, what does that mean? Like there's just so many more elements to it. I didn't even know like your birth time mattered.
Hmm. See, and you say that, and I didn't know about the birth time thing for sure, but like the elements and stuff. So, like you were saying, there are five elements, and each element is also associated with like a description. So, for instance, in Chinese astrology, if you're a water, whatever, like water animal, water rat, whatever, you tend to be a perfectionist who are really sympathetic to others' wants and needs as well. If you are the wood element, you are a planner who strives to achieve their lofty goals. We are both fire elements, according to whatever it told us. So we're supposed to be good researchers who are bold, brave, and passionate. Ooh.
Ooh.
And then earth, earth
Passionate?
are open-minded I know, yeah. Earth are open-minded leaders who are kind and honest, and the metal, which usually is not like a traditional element. I think in Western culture, like metal would not be considered, but
Mhm.
metal people are workaholics who chase the things they want relentlessly. So even more description.
Interesting. I want to
Yeah.
see.
So I feel like it's interesting because basically the theory is that each year not only do you have an animal, you also have an element that predominates. Why am I feeling that doesn't sound right? But
I think
whatever.
that's right.
You basically have an element that is associated with it. So like the years that we were born, you in 96, like
Mhm,
fire was the predominant element. So that's why you're a fire rat.
mhm.
Where I'm 97, fire was also my predominant element, so that's why I'm a fire ox,
Yeah,
which
and I just looked up
fire.
Collins, and he's a wood pig. And it said wood pigs are simple, honest, and lovely. Simple, very true. He is a very simple guy. It says with strong endurance, they never give up easily, which is also true. Very stubborn. Wood pigs are easygoing and get along well with others, but they are relatively impetuous and often want to carry out the ideas they come out immediately, which is so true. I don't want to call him impulsive, but like when he comes up with an idea, he has to do it that day, or it's like
Okay, fair.
doesn't exist.
And you know what? If this isn't enough to convince you guys that Chinese astrology might just be a little better than the star signs,
Okay,
I don't know
wait.
what will.
And this one's like hammer, nail. Okay, it says wood pigs are often ambitious and they are crazy about starting up a business.
Oh, and
Okay,
that's what you were just saying.
not only have we started solely, he's starting a new business to clean cars.
Yes. So what I'm hearing is this is more testimony to the fact that Chinese Zodiac is legit.
Yeah, definitely 100%. And
So, speaking of like elements and everything, too, for those who are curious, the year of 2024 is the year of the dragon, and the element is more specifically wood. So, I mean, for people who are born this year, which they will not be listening to our podcast because they were just born, they are now born into the year of the wood dragon, which honestly is not a terrible combination. It might actually be one of the best combinations, but we'll see. Catch us in 10 years when we're old and wrinkly and seeing and catching up with these 2024 babies.
how does it feel to be a wood dragon?
Yes. Save this, archive this. 10 years from now, someone tells us
Save it for your
how it
kid.
feels.
Save it for your kid.
Yes.
So, can you tell
So,
us more about like compatibility and the circle?
yes. Yes, the circle of life. No. So, like I said, when it comes to the images that you would see for the 12 zodiac signs, there's I don't want to say like a reason, but the way they determine you're least compatible is that it is quite literally your opposite. So if you look on the wheel, whoever is your opposite animal is the one that you are least compatible with. So in this case, Liz, you're a rat. And just like our main male character in the book, he is a rat. Can you guys guess who is their opposite? Not the one and only horse, which is our female character.
And funny enough, my mom is a horse.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I told you this, but growing up, me and my mom like butt heads all the time. Like we never got along, never could stand each other. Like we couldn't have a single conversation without fighting. And it's funny because I was like, she is really stressed out. Like she works all the time, she's obviously trying to take care of me and my brother alongside my dad,
Right.
but like maybe she's just stressed out. No, Chinese Zodiac says we wouldn't get along from the beginning, and you birth your opposite sign.
Yeah. So Chinese Zodiac is what I'm hearing once again
It's just true
is
life for
accurate.
me. It's just true life for me.
Yeah, it's accurate. So here we are. So because I'm the year of the ox, my most incompatible is going to be the year of the goat, to which I'm not going to lie, I don't know if I know anyone year of the goat. So I'll let you guys know if I find someone who's year of the goat. For people who are rabbit, your least compatible is rooster, tiger, monkey, pig, snake, jog, dragon. Yes.
Is the goat the same as the sheep?
Yeah, so they're like interchangeable, but in most places you're going to see goat.
You do know one.
Who?
My brother.
Oh, so
Dylan?
me and Dustin are gonna fight. Yeah, so funny story, you guys. When I first met Liz, I swear to God, I thought that her brother's name was Dylan. Like on the phone, I'd be like, "Where's Dylan?" And they would be like,
Who
"Who's
is
Dylan?" And I'd be like,
Dylan?
"Isn't that your brother?" And they were like, "No, it's Dustin." So you know what? That should have been my sign right then and there. I should have known that he was a goat.
Yeah, he's that. He is that.
So so on a happier note, though, each animal also has their best matches. And honestly, I could spend time going over every single one of these, but let's just be honest here, that's a lot. So I'll just say sorry to the snakes because you guys only have two that you're most compatible with, one of them being me and the other being the rooster. So ox and rooster. Um, sorry about it, but you're not the rat or the goat or the dog who has four compatibility matches. You only get two chances. So and ironically speaking, look, this makes so much sense why we get along because the rat is most compatible with the ox, another rat, a dragon, and a monkey. So
What can
here
we
we are.
say? We were born this way. And
We were
from what's
born.
written in the tale, we already knew we were going to be besties.
Exactly. Exactly.
Nothing could have stopped
So,
us.
exactly. So here we are. And I think we can top this off by saying that we can bring it back to the point about the time that you were born. So just like in astrology for Western culture, like you have your main sign and then what you have like your sun sign or whatever it is
Uh
that
huh.
they say based off of your birth time. So in Chinese Zodiac, you also have something similar, except they do it. It's basically similar in the fact that one animal will predominate over a certain time. So
Oh.
from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m., you're a rat. And keep this in mind, this is listed in order of like how they ranked and how they made it to the Jade Emperor's, heavenly gate. So coming in first was the rat. So from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m., it's the rat. From 1 to 3 a.m., it's the ox. From 3 to 5 a.m., it's the tiger. 5 to 7 a.m. is the rabbit. 7 to 9 a.m. is the dragon, so on and so forth in 2 hour increments. And it covers from 11 to 11. So if you want to know specific, I think I was born around 3.
I was born
So
at
I
7. Oh, 7:30.
7 a.m.
Yeah, 7:30
7
a.m.
like 7:30. So technically you would be a dragon rat. Okay, successful. I would be a tiger ox, which
Per.
I don't I don't know if I vibe with
Is
that,
that I don't
but
resonate with that.
yeah, but it's fine. And like everything with compatibility, everything with how everything's going. There's also descriptions for like each animal, which could take us probably like 3 hours to talk about. But just know that based off of your different descriptions for your animal sign and your, birth animal and stuff like that, you're going to have different descriptions. So not only does it come down to what animal you were, it comes down to what year you were born in, because then you have to know what your element was. And it comes down to the fact that what hour were you born in, because then you got another type of animal that lives within you. But the good news, though, is that if you're not a double of something, your matches technically increase. So if I was a tiger ox, people who are also compatible with the tiger would also be compatible with me.
Ah,
Yeah. So
nice.
increasing my chances of love, here I am.
So basically, what she's saying is If you are a rat, a rooster, or a snake, slide into her DMs.
But only serious
In
inquiries,
serious
please.
inquiries only, and only if you believe in Chinese Zodiac, because then it doesn't make sense. And then it wouldn't be
Yeah.
Lunar Love. It would be Zodiac Cupid.
Exactly. And also, I take at least 3 to 5 business days to respond, so, like, sorry, like, I'm just to tell you in advance.
She's emotionally unavailable.
Yeah, from my phone. So, just saying. So, with that being said, that's kind of like a snippet of Chinese Zodiac, and this, I think, will give pretty good background for some things that you guys are going to read in Lunar Love. So, I think that's a great way to just say that y'all should tune in for Lunar Love because we really like the book.
Yeah, it's super cute. I mean, annoying at some points, but cute.
Yeah.
And I feel like it just hits a little closer to home because it is like something that we're familiar with. And
Mhm.
in turn, like even with you, like it's just more culturally appropriate. And so, and it's not overdone. So,
Yes, I agree. It hits different. So, with that being said, after we release this, we'll be working on Lunar Love 2. So, hopefully, you guys stay tuned in for that too.
yay. Thanks for joining into our podcast today.
Yay. And hope you guys enjoyed these segments. We'll probably be doing more of these, kind of giving background for stories that we think need more background. So, yeah, until next time. Bye,
Bye.
everyone.